White water, wild water, big river. Call it what you like. But if you like your sport on the wild side, then this is the place for you. Okay, so you're not just going to jump in a boat and head off down a river like this. You need to learn the skills and gain the experience that's going to keep you safe.
To people new to the environment, white water looks and sounds really threatening. It's very noisy and it's moving quite quick. But we have to see past that, and it's up to us to go past the noise and the whiteness and what looks really threatening, and to think, is it helping me get from A to B, or is it hindering me getting from A to B, and what can I do accordingly? Quite often there are obstacles in the way. Things like rocks or parts of the bank that stick out into the flow. And then all this water here is filling in the space behind the rock. It's not just going to leave a dry gap, that would be ridiculous. We see these a lot and they're called eddies. When we talk about A and B, this is what we're talking about. In white water, you'll start your move from an eddy and you'll be heading to another eddy. That will be the section you're tackling. I've selected that eddy down there by the trees as eddy B. What it's enabling me to do is avoid this rock in the middle of the stream. You'll notice here I accelerated towards that joining line between the eddy and the flow. We call that the eddy line. So I accelerated to counter the flow, meaning I avoid that rock in the long term. As I hit that eddy line, I took a powerful stroke on my right hand side. Potentially it's going to push my boat to the right. So as well as accelerating, I took a stroke to counter that push. I don't just want to keep going in that direction because I won't get to eddy B. So I let the flow turn me. I tilted my upper body and my head towards where I wanted to go. And I made sure I was always looking at where I wanted to get to. Getting into eddy B, the flow is pushing back uphill. That's going to want to turn me back uphill. So I put my weight into the turn to stay upright. The river's dynamic, it's changeable, it's moving. The more you can understand how it's moving and the recurring patterns that you see, the more comfortable you're going to be in the environment and the better able you're going to be to go to these places that you want to get to and to have fun.